Hey, my IBMOR brothers, back again and doing some more shutdown news. The shutdown apocalypse continues. And we're going to get off of black women for a second, and we're going to talk about the other white meat, for lack of a better term. And this is from actually the Huffington Post. Who gets food stamps? White people, mostly. Maggie Barcelona prepares dinner at her father's house in Austin, Texas. On Saturday, January 25th, 2014, Barcelona, who lives with her father, enrolled in the food stamps program to help save up for paramedic training while she works as a home health aide and raises her 3-year-old daughter. Working-age people make up the majority in U.S. households that rely on food stamps. A switch from a few years ago when children and the elderly were the main recipients. Washington, Jean Alday, a Republican member of the Mississippi State Legislature, apologized last week for telling a reporter that all the African Americans in his hometown of Walls, Mississippi, are unemployed and on food stamps. I come from a town where all the blacks are getting food stamps and what I call welfare crazy checks. I know about the crazy checks. Okay, I've heard of those. Alday said to a reporter for the Clarion Ledger, a Mississippi newspaper, earlier this month, they don't work. Nationally, most of the people who receive benefits from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program are white. According to 2013 data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which administers the program, 40.2% of SNAP recipients are white. 25.7% are black, 10.3% are Hispanic, and 2.1% are Asian, and 1.2% are Native American. In the 2 congressional districts that overlap Alday's state legislature district, more African Americans than whites receive food stamps, according to USDA data. 23 million households and 47 million Americans received benefits on an average month in 2013. Enrollment declined slightly to 22 million households and 46 million individuals in 2014. 3/4 of the households included a child, an elderly person, or someone with a disability. The average monthly benefit per household was $274 in 2013 and $256 last year. Republicans are conducting a review of nutrition assistance with an eye toward figuring out how to nudge more people into the workforce. In recent years, Republicans have lamented that a growing number of recipients are able-bodied adults without children, a group that made up 10.2% of beneficiaries in 2011, up from 6.6% before the onset of the Great Recession in 2007. The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities estimates that 1 million people will be kicked off the rolls by next year as stamps reimpose time limits on childless, non-disabled adults. Nearly 1/3 of food stamps beneficiaries lived in a household where at least one member had some earned income in 2013. Different states have different eligibility rules for the program, but federal law puts upper income limit at 200% of the poverty line. Currently, $20,090 for a family of 3. Many SNAP recipients qualify based on their participation in another means-tested program, such as Medicaid or Temporary Assistance for Needy Family, or TANF. Basically, this is saying stuff we already knew. 40% of people receiving food stamps and even receiving welfare are white. Not the vast majority, but the majority. If you add the Hispanics who are considered white, that's about 50 to 60%. If we talk about race unknown, they are probably white too. So the vast majority of people that receive benefits are white. That is nothing new. As it says in the article, there's one thing that it did say in the article. In 2007, during the Great Recession, basically the food stamps or the SNAP benefits started to go up, and also the welfare benefits and other things. In fact, after 2009, basically the SNAP benefits or the benefits actually doubled for everything. And since 2013, they have been trying to slowly but surely reduce the number of people on the SNAP benefits and on welfare. You can see in this chart the big jump during the recession. The thing is there enough jobs, and has the recession eased off enough to where you can actually put people back to work and reduce the benefits. Because even though the unemployment rate went down, the amount of money that people were making didn't. In fact, a lot of people got jobs at lower wages, but that did not stop inflation. So basically what we have is a stagflation environment that's going on where prices are still going up, but the wages aren't. So even though you have probably more people working than you probably had down back in 2007, 2008, but they're not working at the same wages because the jobs that they were working at, they was paying more than a living wage, went someplace else. Like your building trades crashed. And a lot of things that went along with the building trades crashed. Your car manufacturing went down. Your banking system went down. In fact, your banking system may never recover, will never recover as far as jobs are concerned. So something that was supposed to happen that is going to continue. It's not just Trump. You know, Trump may be more extreme and more flamboyant about doing it, but Obama, nobody knew that he was cutting. Obama's been cutting since 2012, 2013, but nobody knew it because he was a lot smoother and a lot more quiet about it. Trump wants to actually parade it around, so there's a lot more panic. But it is going to happen. In Section 8 is another one that's going to happen. These benefits are going to get cut. And the only thing about it is normally there would be an upsurge in jobs and an upsurge in the economy. But like I said, this may be a perfect storm. You're not going to get both. You're going to get cuts because the amount of money that the United States is spending on social benefits is unsustainable, and it has been. You can't double the amount of output in a country this large of social benefits and not go broke. The credit card is probably tapped out. Richard Martin said the debt may go up to $40 trillion from the 21 that it is now, which is also unsustainable. The national debt was like $5 trillion or so when Bush came into office. In fact, it was a balanced budget pretty much. After Bush left office, it was 10 trillion. It's at 21 now. Basically, everything has doubled. Everything is doubled probably because all the social benefits to keep this country together that Obama had to spend. It is what it is. I might look up some charts actually, document that for you guys. I'll have to see. Depends on how I feel about it. But anyway, I just wanted to drop this in real quick. This is BGS out, and I will see you guys on the next one.